that you always carry with you?
Hot sauce.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Are you getting information right now?
Hot sauce.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome. Sorry about that. I was trying not to be late today, but Cheesy and I were having a good time. Nobody else was in Discord, so there's nobody to yell at me. So let's say hello to everybody, and we'll get right into it. Just for the record as well, our little fuzzy buddy, he's home safe. Just talked to him as well. So he is home safe, taking some fam time, blah, blah, blah. So let's say hello. Dog mama, hello. What's up, Digger? Yeah, I'm always already here. It's just, what am I doing while I'm here? I'm always here. Hey, what's up, Jacob? What's up, Josh? Hell yeah. What's up, Fiery? What's up, Jason? What? Wait, what did I do? Hey, Cheesy. What's up, Amazing Disgrace? And Chandler. How you doing, Chandler? I hope Texas was fun. It looked like everybody had a good time. So. Good to see ya. All right, so where do we start? We're going to start with a funny, because this one might get heavy. We're not going to rumble on this one. It wasn't really a Science Tuesday. Things are going to get messy. Blah, blah, blah. So, went there. Yeah, so. All right, so I thought this was funny and a good way to start before we got too deep into it. Oh, look, electric car food. And it's coal, for those who don't know. Yeah, no worries. Like I said, I just played the different intro. So, I thought this was funny. So, let's get right into it. We're going to start with the Commander-in-Chief, former Vice President Joseph Robinette Biden, announcing his big aid package to help people of Maui. And then we'll snake our way through in Mighty Meat fashion and see what's going on.
FEMA also authorized one-time payments of $700 per household to folks who've been displaced so they can do the immediate things of just taking care of medications and prescriptions that they so badly need. FEMA also authorized one-time payments of $700 per household to folks who've been displaced so they can do the immediate things of just taking care of medications and prescriptions that they so badly need.
So 12 billion to Ukraine, but the people of Maui, where the cost of living is unbelievable. They get $700 per household. And it's not per individual, it's per household. And I did play it twice because it was that ridiculous. We'll get to that. Yeah, I only had a couple days, so I had to skate, but maybe next year. I didn't even see the Bidenomics until you just said something about it. That's funny. So I want to play 2 by Trump because he also. Oh yeah, we're paying. Ukrainian war pensions or Ukrainian pensions. That's yeah, that would have been fun. So let's go into we'll go on to the Maui. This is President Trump's statement on Maui.
Sympathy and warmest regards to the people of Hawaii, and specifically all of those who have been so gravely and irreparably hurt by the tragedy of the wildfires in Maui, something the likes of which have seldom been seen anywhere at any time. The death caused by this catastrophic event will be far worse than ever expected now that houses and cars in other areas are being inspected. The sad thing is, it should never have happened. Our government was not prepared, and very importantly, the aftermath is going very poorly, with the governor of the island wanting to do nothing but blame it on global warming and other things that just happened to pop into his head. When asked about it today, as he was getting into a car, perhaps coming home from the beach, where he has been spending a great deal of time, crooked Joe Biden, the most incompetent president in the history of our country, with a laugh and a smile, said he had no comment on the death and the tragedy. To say no comment is oftentimes fine, but to be smiling when you say it, especially against such a tragedy as this, is absolutely horrible and unacceptable. It is a disgraceful thing that Joe Biden refuses to help or comment on the tragedy in Maui, just as he refused to help or comment on the train derailment in East Palestine, Ohio, for a very, very
Sorry
long
about that.
time.
Amazing.
In any event, hopefully everyone will be able to pull together so that a horrible situation does not get even worse. To the families affected, I give you my love and sympathy. Nothing can ever replace your loved ones, but you will always have the memories and will feel their great love surrounding and embracing you. Together, we will continue to carry their legacy forward, and I love you all very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President. It was me. It's a fetish. I'm sorry. It happens. While we're listening to such a great man speak, I wanted to throw this in. He released it, bastard, right after my show earlier. So this is kind of half on it. Some of the compromisation, some of the funds and stuff that we're talking about. So yeah, we'll watch this too. It's about 4 minutes. So. No comment.
Proven that the Biden crime family received more than $20 million from foreign countries while Crooked Joe was vice president, and probably a lot more than that. That's just the money they found. Not one of Joe Biden's defenders has even attempted to explain what Joe and his family did, including his children and his grandchildren. What were they doing getting all of this money? I believe we have a compromised president. He was bribed and now he's being blackmailed. He's a Manchurian candidate. That's why Crooked Joe is letting other countries walk all over the United States. He's afraid to bring it up. He doesn't want to talk about it. He's petrified of China because they know exactly how much money has been given to him, and they know exactly where it is. China has paid him a fortune. Just think of what China has gotten for all that money. Biden shut down my administration's initiative targeting Chinese spies in the United States. He shut it down cold. He let China off the hook for COVID. He shut down the investigation into the origins of the China virus. He did nothing as China began setting up bases in Cuba, taking over South America, and threatening Taiwan. They even took over the Panama Canal. We spent a fortune building it. Jimmy Carter's administration sold it for $1. We lost 36,000 people building the Panama Canal. The mosquitoes got them, malaria. The mosquitoes got them. And now China controls it. Russia and China are even doing military exercises near the Aleutian Islands, right off the coast of Alaska. And Biden sits back on his hands. He does nothing. This never would have happened if I was president. If they even thought about it, I would have shut it down instantly. There's no way they would have done any of this kind of thing, including Russia invading Ukraine would have never happened. And China wouldn't even be thinking about Taiwan right now. Crooked Joe's corruption is a glaring threat to national security. Between the millions and millions of dollars he's gotten from China and the millions of dollars from Ukraine, Joe Biden's greed and criminality is going to get us into World War III. We're going to be in World War III with this guy. Grossly incompetent man. Now the corrupt Biden DOJ is continuing the cover-up with the appointment of a special counsel to block further investigation. It's the very same U.S. attorney who cut Hunter Biden the scandalous plea deal that was such a scam it didn't survive the barest scrutiny in court. It was done under what's called blue slip. It wasn't picked in that position by President Trump. It was picked by the Democrat senators in the state. It's called a blue slip. You'll check it out. But they picked him. I didn't pick him. This is corruption like our country has never seen before. That is why as soon as I am reelected, I will appoint a real special counsel, or maybe you'll call it a special prosecutor, whatever you want to call it, you can, to look at all of these bribes, kickbacks, and other crimes, as well as the shameless attempt at a cover-up. Justice will be done. The Biden crime family will be looked at. We have to get there first. We have to win the election. They're trying to step in my way at every path because the one person they don't want to run is Donald Trump. But when we get there, the Biden crime family will pay a price like other people are being forced to pay. And that price will be very, very substantial. It'll be fair. But you know what? If they're guilty, they're going to be guilty. What they are doing to justice in this country has never even been thought of before. Thank you very much.
So once again, not even remotely related, but kind of related, and I wanted to watch it. So screw you guys. Yeah. Yes. Speak it, Mr. President. Speak it. Shanghai Shivers. No, that's a great name, though. I have no idea what that is. Huh. Okay, so let's get into it with our favorite communist news network. At least 99 people were killed in Maui's wildfires, with only 32% of the burn areas surged. Officials worry the death toll will climb. Yes. Hey, Mystic. With only about a third of the Maui wildfire burn area searched, the death toll from what's already the deadliest U.S. wildfire in more than a century could still rise significantly, Hawaii authorities said. At least 99 people have been confirmed dead from the wildfires. The number could double in the next 10 days, Hawaii Governor Josh Green told CNN Monday. It's a tragedy beyond tragedies, the governor said about the fires that started sweeping parts of the island last week. Authorities said identified the remains of 4 dead, and officials will release the names after their relatives are notified, Maui County officials said Tuesday. Most of the people found dead had been out in the open in cars or water in the western Maui's hard-hit Lahaina region. Lahaina? I don't know. Green told CNN, as more teams and cadaver dogs join the effort, the search is expanding through wiped-out neighborhoods. It's unclear how many people this accounted for, in part because of communication gaps. Green said a lot of people had to run and left all they had behind. They don't have their phones are incinerated, he said. Yes. I kind of agree. Speak for yourself, Doc Mama. Elanus? Alright, I'll switch it. A portable morgue unit has arrived in Hawaii and will help identify and process remains with equipment such as examination tables, x-ray units, and lab equipment. Jonathan Green, Deputy Assistant Secretary of the United States Department of Health and Human Services, said Tuesday. Authorities had gone through about 32% of the search area as of Tuesday morning, the county said. Maui Chief John Peltier said, "Fuck you, CNN." No, I don't think he actually said that. What the? Said in a Monday news conference that he hopes searchers will have covered 85 to 90% by the weekend. We started with 1 dog. We're at 20, Peltier said Monday. We can only move as fast as we can, but we got the right amount of workers and teams doing it. Crews are going through what used to be homes, businesses, and historic landmarks burned to the ground after wind-whipped wildfires began spreading erratically August 8th, suddenly engulfing homes, forcing harrowing escapes, and likely displacing thousands. Nothing could prepare you for what I saw during my time here, and nothing could prepare them for the emotional toll of the impact that this severe event has taken. FEMA Administrator Deanne Criswell told reporters Monday. The Maui wildfires are the deadliest in the U.S. in more than 100 years, according to the National Fire Protection Association. As firefighting and search efforts continue, here's the latest happening in Maui. Burn victims treated, 9 people injured in the wildfires have been admitted to the specialized burn unit in Honolulu, the only burn unit in the state and the Pacific region, according to Straub Medical. Well, they should probably have more. Fuck CNN. What's up, Furpin? I learned something about Maui that's dystopian. Yeah, sir. Yeah. Yeah. Biden touts future visit. The president told reporters Tuesday he will visit Hawaii with the First Lady as soon as we can. That's probably not accurate. Biden pledged that the state would have every asset they needed for ongoing recovery and rebuilding efforts. The president mourned the loss of life and the generations of Native Hawaiian history turned to ruin. while reiterating a robust federal response. Bullshit. Even as some on Maui voiced frustration at the slow pace of aid. It's been incredibly slow. "2030 Smart City Project Plan for Maui," the first stated after the indigenous told Oprah, BlackRock, and Vanguard no, they wouldn't sell to them. Yeah, we're going to get to that, buddy. I got that all queued up. Yep, one-time payment per household. So it is a one-time $700 payment per household, no matter how many were in your household. So if you had 10 people, get one $700 check. If you had one person, you'd get one $700 check. What's up, Mandor? Yeah, I mean, you could probably get a carton of eggs and maybe a zigzag to smoke your non-existent marijuana. Talk Mama finally said something that was true. If you haven't already subscribed to this channel, what the fuck is wrong with you? Please hit subscribe. Yeah, I know. And one of the highest, I mean, $700 doesn't go very far in Hawaii. Well, geez, will you just slow the fuck down? I'm getting to that too. I told you we're taking a trip. Calls to provide DNA. Those with missing family members have been urged to contact authorities to provide DNA samples, which would help them in the identification process. Only 3 of those killed could be identified through fingerprints, Peltier said, stressing the need for the DNA swabs. Yeah. Go ahead and give them your DNA. Give them your DNA. I'm always against giving the government my DNA, although the government already has my DNA. I'm never a fan of it. Homes lost. More than 2,200 structures have been destroyed or damaged by the fires. About 86% of them residential, Green said. Shelters are starting to empty. More than 400 hotel rooms are available for those displaced. That's probably a quarter of the ones available if you're a migrant. And 1,400 Airbnb units will be ready for them Tuesday, Green said. And 160 people are offering to share their houses, he said. We've already placed 220 families into housing, so you can see the shelters are starting to empty. Yeah, 1, how long does that last? And 2, how long until somebody takes advantage of it? I thought about it, but I mean, it is BlackRock. They're going to be woohoo. I don't know if I'm ready to go up against BlackRock, but if you want to, I would happily join in. I just don't want my face on it. Power coming back. The fires have wiped out both power and communications for thousands. Hawaiian Electric announced that it restored power to 80% of its customers on Maui. Even the ones that burnt down? That's weird. On Monday, crews restored power to schools and county facilities in some areas of Lahaina. The utility said Tuesday. The Focus continues to be safely restoring areas that provide essential public services as well as facilities serving first responders and their emergency response efforts, officials said. Lawsuit over power lines. Hawaiian Electric is facing a lawsuit claiming power lines blown over by high winds helped cause the destructive Lahaina wildfire. But an official cause has not yet been determined. Well, that's probably what they'll blame it on. So, Coast Guard shifts focus. The U.S. Coast Guard in Maui is moving from search and rescue mode to containing potentially hazardous materials in the ocean left behind by the fires. Sonar technology has brought in an 100-foot boom placed at the mouth of the Lahaina harbor, the service said. So the U.S. Coast Guard, who had a shit response. And yeah, I'm calling out you puddle jumpers. A shit response is now fuck the people that died. We need to stop the potentially hazardous materials. Just think about that one for a minute. I'm sure that there are still people that could be rescued or even bodies recovered, but nope. Fuck Black Rock with a black rock. So they have a nice little map. Oh, no worries. I thought you'd forego this one because of the subject matter, but if you want to stick around, would love to have you. So here's Lahaina. For real? Damn. What's up, Jacob? So this is Maui. So Maui is the second island. So we have Big Island, and then the second island. This is Hawaii in the corner. So we're all done with the Communist News Network. So one of the things I thought was telling was the fact that, and we're going to get into this, just the disrespect for human life. Truly, truly. Yeah, it's so cold today, AP, by the way. Oh, it's so cold. Like, I thought about putting, like, pants on. Let's see. See, you got me all thrown off with your, oh, it's breathing. Because it is breathing. It is breathing. Now, what the hell was I doing? Pants are prison. Hang on. Y'all know I can't type and talk. See, I don't really want. So here's today's update. Maybe we can listen to this for just a minute. Hell yeah. Actually, let's jump around. I'm gonna jump around, jump up, and get down. And then we'll look at some of that. So, no, I didn't want to go there. Okay, so so here we go. This is what was in the CNN article. This is former Vice President Joseph Robinette Biden responding, talking about when he was going to go visit. So
My wife Jill and I are going to travel to Hawaii as soon as we can. That's what I've been talking to the governor about. I don't want to get in the way. I've been to too many disaster areas, but I want to go make sure we got
Yes.
everything they need. Want to be sure we don't disrupt the ongoing recovery efforts. My wife Jill and I are going to travel to Hawaii.
so that's his yeah, maybe when we feel like it. We'll think about it. Maybe. That's just not a strong response from the world leader. It's just not. There's a witness named Fish whose statement's on Twitter. Do you have it? Can you send it to me? Yeah, he's not gonna go out there. Well, he might go to Hawaii with Barrick. Maybe they'll have fun. Oh, that's right. He doesn't like him. Dude, that's awesome. That's really cool. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Yeah, or the border. All right, so moving on. Oh, no worries. No worries. So here we have, this is damage from Hawaii fires raw video. So there's a couple of these. I figured we'd look through a couple. Oh, what's up, Raven? They are. They're incredibly destructive. It's insane. We don't pay them enough respect. I mean, damn. Okay, so here's another chilling footage. Quote, everything's been burned to a crisp. And then we watched, I don't want to watch too many of these, but just get the picture.
It's all gone, man.
incredible.
Poor little guys. All burnt up to a crisp.
Holy shit.
Everything's gone.
And we have to take a second and recognize that people not only lost their lives and lost loved ones, but they lost everything. That isn't, oh shit, we can go grab it. That's everything's gone. Everything is gone. And it lost lives, livelihoods, everything. It's just all gone in a split second, and there's nothing you can do to control it. We have to remember the human cost and how people feel when shit like this happens. With that being said, I'm not going to listen to this whole entire. No, $700 doesn't. The money doesn't even, Yeah. Yep. Well, narcissists trying to, trying to include themselves to make it better. I guess I don't know. So, anyways, this is today. This was not too long ago. This is the most recent update. And after this, I'll probably break it up with like the breaking news segment or whatever. Just for the replay crew or even you guys. Then we're gonna go into conspiracy land. On several things. Conspiracy land. Well, oh shit, I take that back. We're gonna go into pissed off land and then conspiracy land. So gross. Hey Barb, good to see you. All right, so they can. So here is the Hawaii officials. I'll probably skip ahead just a little bit. If they're not saying anything. Yeah. If they're not saying anything terribly interesting, then we'll move on. But I was just going to let it play for, 10 minutes. Maybe. We'll see where we're at.
Okay. Ano ai ke aloha ya kākou. Thank you for joining us today during this most difficult time, especially for the people of Maui. We are here to provide you with the latest information and updates from the county and the state relating to wildfires throughout Maui. I would like to remind everyone once again that we are the state of aloha. So we ask kindly that you please operate under the value of aloha, which is extending respect and kindness to each other. Questions and answers will follow promptly after the speakers conclude their remarks. Without further ado, I would like to invite Governor Josh Green to address you all today.
Aloha. Lots to update you on. Lots of experts here today to also unpack some of the things. I'm just going to give you the top lines on. The recovery from this tragedy is proceeding, and it's proceeding extremely vigorously. As you know, the tragedy occurred on the 8th, late. Immediately, we asked for support, and the world has stepped up. our communities have stepped up. And before I go too far, I want to say how much we appreciate those who supplemented the things that we were unable to do in the early days. There are extraordinary stories all across Maui and our state of people sheltering dozens of individuals in their home, taking multiple families in as some of these other services got online. So I'm going to break some of that down. I also want to talk about housing at great length in a moment. So as far as the disaster, there are 99 fatalities that are confirmed. Chief of Police will get into some of these details. In addition to that, the search goes on, and he will describe the amount of the territory that's been covered. It's more substantial than you were aware of yesterday. We've had leaders all across the board helping our people. First and foremost, food and water. Over 1 million pounds of food has been delivered, and services such as and supplies such as food, water, diapers, baby formula are going out. Chad Buck's been one of our heroes doing this. Also, a coordinated donation center has gone into place courtesy of Lieutenant Governor. We're so appreciative of her extraordinary work with Chad and with all of our state officials. We'd like to tell people if they would like to continue to support. Of course, we appreciate any generosities. Most important right now are resources, financial resources through Hawaii Community Foundation, Red Cross, and so on. You've heard many times how important that's going to be for our surviving families. So in addition to that, food and tens of thousands of pounds of ice, for example, 57,000 pounds of ice that was delivered, we've begun much of the recovery for people in their daily lives. The things that you need to do now. If you are displaced from your job, you need to talk to the Department of Labor and Industrial Relations. We have a UI, that's Unemployment Insurance Call Center. It's open 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Please do that so you can get benefits to hopefully get yourself some resources right away. I talked about the donations, but we have multiple ways to get people into housing now. In just the last 2 days, we've secured the following: 402 hotel rooms now available to immediately put people who have been displaced into a hotel room for their family. Starting tomorrow, 1,400 units from Airbnb will be available. Another 160 citizens have stepped up with HHFDC to provide their houses to be shared. So it's just under 2,000 housing units are now available so we can get people sheltered. We signed a contract today with the Red Cross. We're grateful to them for their expertise. They'll be in partnership with us, FEMA, and the county to make sure everyone gets housed. If you have not been at one of the shelters, you'll go to Red Cross and you'll sign up there. These services, this shelter, these rooms will be free to people, and the resources will be covered through our disaster relief, through FEMA, through the state, through grants, Hawaii Community Foundation grants included. All of that's critically important. We've already placed 220 families into housing. And so you can see that the shelters are starting to empty out. We're trying to be careful because there's a lot of needs that are also being met at those shelters, mental health care needs, people getting wounds taken care of. But at all these houses and apartments, hotel rooms, we'll be providing wraparound services. So that we want people to know about. We already anticipate at least 36 weeks of direct housing for individuals. It will probably go on much longer than that, just so people know. But we don't want people to think that they're going to get housed and suddenly be asked to leave. It'll be in 30-day increments, which will be constantly re-upped. So people will get housed. As I shared earlier, the scale of destruction is incredible. So our hearts are broken even a little bit more than when we were together 48 hours ago with the extra fatalities. Also, you know that we're well over 2,200 structures that have been destroyed. 86% of them were residential. The disaster relief is here. You saw FEMA, you saw the Small Business Association, you've seen the outpouring of support. What I can tell you is this: it's going to take time. It's going to take a lot of time. As they go through all of the territories in Lahaina, they have to be very careful not to disrupt any of the homes there. So for those people who have walked into Lahaina because they really wanted to see, know that they are very likely walking on Evie, as the chief of police said the other day. That's why we're being so careful. We'll address other questions about how to drive in, how to get through. We know that it's frustrating, but at this pace, we'll accelerate. We'll go from stage 0 as the mayor and I discussed right before we came in here. Stage 0 is getting through all of the properties where those who have passed are. When we get out of that, we'll be able to open the road completely. We'll be able to make everything a lot easier. So in the coming days, we'll continue to give you these comprehensive updates. I want you to know we've also signed some additional emergency proclamations so that we can get other services to people, the most recent of which is to get healthcare for individuals. So a proclamation has been signed now by me so that people can get longer periods of their medications if they need them. We've also allowed outside providers, physicians and nurses from outside the state to have licenses here in Hawaii and to practice. We'll be bringing hundreds and hundreds of mental health care workers into the state in partnership, not just with Red Cross, but all of our services at the state and county, because that's where a lot of the suffering is going to be. It's going to be mental health.
Okay, that's probably enough of that because Man Bun, acceptance of the super chat guarantees me one piggyback ride. I accept. Where are you at? You're in Florida? Maybe. Maybe. Someday. Thank you so much, Man Bun. Yeah. From somebody who worked for FEMA. You see FEMA, run the other way. A couple things that I wanted to address in this. Yeah, exactly. I hope they don't. There is something very unique. No, I think she's Hawaiian. Or spirit. So, a couple other things I wanted to address. Yep. Absolutely. A couple other things I want to address. 36 weeks? Doesn't that just seem a little crazy? Like, I understand it's going to take time. I understand that they're not going to be able to rebuild as quickly as they would in a mainland area. What's up, Para? I understand all those things. However, 36 weeks. So you're an industry in an area that we could put you in the carry-on. For you, Jonathan? Absolutely. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, what? I didn't see. Oh, what's up, Isabel? Sorry, chat's moving kind of quick. Oh, I get it. Okay. I get it now. I assumed you already did, to be honest. But, so you're taking an area that is tourism. That's your major moneymaker there. Yeah, there are other things, but it's not like Hawaii produces a lot of things. There's not a lot of most things there. Tourism is going to be a major industry, and you're tying up all the hotels, all the Airbnbs, all the this, that, and the others. One that leads us into our conspiracy corner, which we'll get to in a minute. But two, does it not add a degree of things to it when you're taking away the industry? It makes it so, one, people are going to have to stay in the facilities that aren't being used for housing, which I'm sure have nothing to do with anybody who's extremely wealthy. Like, these are probably the smaller hotels, or I don't know that for sure. I'm just saying I don't think the Hilton is going to be participating. or the all inclusives or anything like that. And I could be wrong. I certainly could be wrong, but it just doesn't seem like it. Also with that, basically, I think that has something to do with it. Oprah is going to be included in this loveliness uh, pretty soon. So we'll get to Oprah. So yeah, I just you're killing an economy. You're killing everything. So you're not only the problem's not only there, but you're making it even worse. You're increasing the issue of the problem. I saw pictures of this week. The fire started a Paris Hilton with a sign telling visitors are not welcome. Huh. So that's one of the things that we have to. The economic cost is going to be huge. It's going to be huge for many reasons, and one of those is you're taking an entire economy away from the people. Now, what's more important, the economy or people living comfortably or semi-comfortably until they're able to, make it better, make the area better. I don't know. I thought I heard one of the major hotel chains was offering a floor or two for displaced families, but I could have been misheard. Yeah, and that very well could be. That could be. I don't know. That's why I don't want to speculate terribly much on it. But even if it is a major hotel brand, you have all the workers and support staff and the tourist shops and the this and the that. I've never been to Hawaii, so I don't know. But I would assume that would have some massive impact on many things in Hawaii. So that was just my thought. I don't know. So do I think those comments are real? What comments? The comments about the hotels? I'm not sure. Weather's Vineyard 2.0. I'm not sure. We'll have to see. We'll certainly have to see. So, yeah, but that just seems like a long time. Seems like a long, long time. The one I just posted. What one did I just post? I am so damn confused at this point. I don't think I posted any comments. I don't know. I'm lost. So let's go to the next group of things. And we have our favorite diversity hire, Corinne, Jean-Pierre, Luc Picard, telling us about something we need to. This is going to be our next foray here.
The ground. It's been a devastation, as we have seen. You've just mentioned the loss of life to support the people on the ground. It's been a devastation, as we have seen. You've just mentioned the loss of.
So yeah, I apologize. I can scroll. I didn't think that I posted anything. Oh, FEMA is asshole? Yes. FEMA is an asshole. I was taking Ambien, and so no. Yes, FEMA is an asshole. Complete, total asshole. I don't trust FEMA. And I worked for him. A Hilton spokesperson told Fox Business. Damn it. My mouth's being fucky again. There we go. A Hilton spokesperson told Fox Business and its properties on Maui are still operational and working to support team members, first responders, relief workers, and community members in need. Well, that's good. That's good. Yeah, everything by boat. So devastating. Devastation. What's up, Fast? All right, so that's the next thing we got going on here. So we look into it, and this is the disgusting part to me. So Hawaii is endangered. So if you look at any of the news today, none of it's about loss of life. None of it's about humanitarian crisis, although it says it in their dicky-doo. But it's all about, so Hawaii's endangered plant species face a long road to recovery after wildfires. What about the fucking people? Who cares about a plant? What about a fucking people? The fucking people. We have that one too. We'll get to that. Hawaii is home to 44% of the nation's endangered plant species. This week's fire means a longer road to their restoration. I'm not going to read this. I'm not going to read this. I am cheese. All lives do matter. Here's another one. After Hawaii's fires scorch historic church and school, Lahaina mourns loss of culture. Either that or they'll go away and something new will, I'm 50-50 on that. Lost to the flames in Lahaina were a 200-year-old church and a Hawaiian language school, both community mainstays for Native Hawaiians. Again, I think it's important to care about the culture. I think it's important to care about that kind of stuff, but we haven't even got over the loss of life part yet. We haven't even got over the part about the loss of life. And you're worried about culture and plants. And yes, they do. Culture is important. And I think it's important to have those types of things where, you can, I don't know, have something to fall back on. But, I mean, why don't we worry about the impacts of the lives that were lost and all those things, and then we worry about the culture. And yes, again, culture is very important, but I don't think it trumps loss of life. So yes, it harp for sure. Exactly. And I'm not saying that the culture isn't important. I'm not saying that the plant life isn't important. I'm saying let's figure out the people, and then we'll worry about. In other words, too fucking soon. Yes. Thank you, Shenny. Thank you. Way too fucking soon. And it just shows how cold and heartless they are. There's also, I couldn't find the report, so I'm not going to hang my hat on it. but there's also unconfirmed reports that they've already attempted to purchase this land and stuff like that. Some of these developers. So I don't know. I don't know. Justin attacked America. We might have to attack Canada then. Okay. I'm getting to the Jewish space lasers. Just relax. Wait. You're saying that a guy like this orchestrated this attack?
I will never apologize for standing up for an LGBTQ2+ kids' rights.
Is that what you're telling me? All right. So again, I'm not going to read that article. I think it's shitty. That they're going there. So let me check my show map here. Make sure. Yeah, I think everything else is that way. There we go. Oh, that would be a good break. Because I want something to distinguish the break. So give me just like 1500ths of a second to. It's 16. God damn it, I lost you guys. Oh, there we go. Okay, sort of caught up. I'm like, as Upton. Yeah, that's Trudeau. It's Digger's man. White fires. There we go. We'll upload that. So that's kind of my take on the devastation, the fires. I think people should come first. I think we should mourn the loss of those who lost their lives in this. And yeah, I think this is a tragic situation that seems like it might have been able to be prevented. I don't know how true that is, but you know, I'm just an asshole on the internet, so who knows? I can't either. Oh shit. That's true. That goes into the next part. Palate cleanser. There's probably not going to be a palate cleanser unless it was turned out. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to move into the realm of conspiracy. If this isn't your jam, I suggest that you get off the bus. If this is your jam, let's have AOC tell us, Andrea Ocasio-Cortez, tell us who caused these wildfires.
Don't tell me that this is about a condemnation of anti-Semitic remarks when you have a member of the Republican caucus who has talked about Jewish space lasers and an entire amount of tropes and also elevated her to some of the highest committee assignments in this body. This is about targeting women of color in the United States of America. Don't tell me, because I didn't get a single apology when my life was threatened. Thank you.
We never forget that AOC, her life was threatened on, I don't know, one of those days, Tuesday, maybe. I try not to listen to her. All right, so you heard the lady, Jewish space lasers. Jewish space lasers. Yeah, she's not even good at that, is she? Please just follow me through. So here we go. Chinese military says it figured out how to build laser weapons that can fire definitely. This was released on August 13th. Reminder, the event took place on August 8th. Oh, that's my thumbnail. I liked it. I worked really, really hard. Not really. So we talk about presidential, the words of president matter, and things like that. So here is where the words of a president matter. So this is his speech, and it may not be something where it's intentional. It just could be really tone deaf, or that he's that stupid. So we have his main tweet here, and then number 2, phrasing. We are laser focused on getting aid to survivors. So by this time, August 14th, so this is 6 days after, this is yesterday, we already have rampant rumors surfacing about lasers and that kind of thing. Oh, damn. Huh. That's a lot. What's up, Matt, by the way? So you already have this rampant things going on. And you say your second one is we're laser focused at getting aid to survivors. That just doesn't, it's not right. Like, take time to think about what the hell you're saying and make sure that it makes some semblance of sense. You think? So here's the rest of the tweet just for completeness. Not a whole lot there. These are some other tweets that I grabbed. Had this tech for a long time. Could it be used to start fires? What do you think? The U.S. Air Force airborne laser aircraft sits on tarmac at Andrews Air Force Base outside Washington, July 21st, 2007. The modified 747 aircraft uses high-energy chemical oxygen iodine laser to generate an energy beam from the aircraft's nose to intercept and destroy hostile ballistic missiles during the boost phase of its trajectory. So, directed energy weapons, kind of like a directed energy weapon or a declass right before your eyes in real time. China's military claims to have found a way to build a laser weapon that can fire indefinitely. We saw that earlier. Researchers at the National University of Defense Technology and Military Research Institute, Hunan, said they developed a cooling system that allowed high energy lasers to remain powered up without getting too hot. Oh. I just need that clip. I need to just get that clip. I didn't know it would keep playing video. Exactly. Kanye, like Alex Jones, is becoming more right than wrong. I don't know. I don't know. Jury's still out on that one. Kidding. So, let's and I spoke to somebody familiar with fires, and said this can happen. I don't know. I trust this individual, but it always comes with a but. There's a lot of smoke surrounding this one. A lot of smoke surrounding these fires. And I realized what I said might have been off color, but it was intentionally trying to be kind of punish. So we'll take a look at this video of some of the devastation close up. So. So there's a lot of devastation there. So then we get into things like this. I have not independently verified. Well, actually, we'll go here first. So, as you remember, a couple months ago over Hawaii, people saw this. Could it have been a systems test? Sure, we'll never know. So, yes. Nothing we. Oh, I forgot the banner. And that was a little bit ago, but here's another one with some commentary. It's generally the same thing, but a little bit different.
Unusual sight captured on camera. Japanese and local astronomers say a Chinese satellite was recently seen beaming down green lasers over the islands. This video captured atop the Subaru telescope on Mauna Kea, operated by the National Astronomical Observatory of Japan. Bryce Moore has the story.
The lasers flash for just a couple seconds. Initially thought to be from a NASA altimeter satellite, the Japanese put out a correction note on Monday saying NASA scientists found a most likely candidate as the ACDL instrument by the Chinese Daki-1 AEMS satellite. I went to a University of Hawaii astronomer who read up on AEMS instruments.
It's a Chinese satellite that is measuring pollutants, among other things. It has many different instruments on it, some kind of topographical.
So there's just another explanation. Yes. 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 Well, you're the jokes and I'm the entertainment. You just being here is a joke. Mm-hmm. Yeah, nah. It's not like they had a bioweapon and now are looking for a more kinetic option. Couldn't be the case. Okay, so I was just introduced to this a few moments ago. I believe this is the fish guy Digger was talking about. I've been doing some research in the background. And we'll see. I haven't listened to this. I just believe that this is the individual. So if it's not Digger, please tell me. But I think it is. I'll wait for Digger to respond. Yep. Rods of God. So this is fish? Is this fish? Or did you not see the video? That's kind of what I was waiting for. Could have been. You think it's him? Okay. No worries. I just wanted to be somewhat certain at least.
I think we should get out of here because of the speed of this wind. It could be here in 2 minutes. And
So about what time was this at? By the way, if you guys don't know who this is Fish. He's been sitting next to Cheeseburger in Paradise, selling the most awesome stuffs, right, for years. He's like a legend, and everyone loves Fish, and Fish loves everybody. But he's one of the wisest people that I know. The way. Anyway, Fish, continue.
So I went around back to Front Street, and all the cars were lined up, but none of them were moving. And I walked
Back
all the
to
way
Front
from
Street?
Safeway
He's a
to
liar.
the Chart House. Not one car had moved. And I was wondering what was stopping the traffic. Well, it was a policeman. And I got to the end, and I looked up north. There were no obstructions. There was no reason to keep those cars there.
Are you serious?
I'm serious as a heart attack.
I get that.
And I said, what are you doing? He goes, well, I'm under orders to keep them here. And I said, the fire is right around Safeway. It's going to hit Front Street. You know, these people got to get out of here. And he said, I'm following orders.
No way.
And I keep walking down the highway, and I look behind, no cars are coming out. I walked all the way to Waikuli Beach, still no cars coming out. And I started hearing boom, boom, boom. And then I heard people screaming and stuff.
You're saying they were blockaded in by the police at the end of Front Street?
Yeah.
Like where the restaurant is?
Right, where the Chart House
Where the Chart House was, I should
Right.
say. There was a blockade there, and they could not go any further.
Right. I walked.
What the hell?
I walked all the way from Safeway to there. Not one car had moved. But all the way to, like I said, the Civic Center. And then I started hearing all the explosions, and there was no one walking behind me or on bicycles or anything. And I just.
Dude, that is unbelievable.
I had no idea, you know, until the next day when I walked down there of what had happened. I just, oh my.
So did you go up north to your place?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you just hunkered down for the night?
Yeah.
And then you.
So that's interesting that the police did the opposite of what they should have done, which is protect human life, and potentially could have, maybe, possibly, allegedly, kept them in so that they could be harmed. Interesting thought. Right. Sounds very nasty. Pets and globals can't use people to start fires. Yeah, that could be a truth to it too, because they are trying to. That's one thing they certainly are trying to do, is blame the climate change narrative on this one. There's also the added bonus of this could be a warfare scenario or a warfare use case in the future, and why the hell wouldn't you want to try and test it? Or you could. It's a controlled issue or instance because you're in a close proximity on an island. I don't know. There's a lot of that is 100% true. 100% true. So these are some more, and I just wanted to you retire before it gets there. You retire before it gets there. Not that I have any experience or anything, but just to the point where you start going crazy because nothing's right. That's when you walk away. And you have some rough times, but Absolutely. Only if you're involved, Johnny. Oh, I ran out of. How did I run out of RAM? What? I shouldn't be out of RAM. Yeah, the last article was 99, right? What's up, buddy? So that's a lot of lives lost, and I can't remember what I just read, but a very small percentage of the island has actually been checked, and they expect that to double in the next week. Yeah. Okay. I do need to download more RAM. No, I don't. I just put new RAM in my computer. Probably. Yeah, about 1,000 missing. They're still asking for DNA. There's still people in the water, but they don't care about that. They care about the plant life and the environmental risk now. They don't give a shit about the people, what they said. So we had a small mini rant about that. That was cute. Anyways, I have 64 gigs now in my computer because I just upgraded it for Diablo. Yeah, that's true too. Oh, you didn't hear, Bri. You should go back to the beginning. But Biden's sending them $700 per household. Yeah. Uh-huh. Mine's DDR5 too. I paid more than you did, certainly, but so I don't know why my streams are running at 3 frames per second. I don't know. I know I can only run 720p. If not, StreamYard gets very expensive if you try and go up to the next tier. So probably StreamYard. I'll talk to you about it off stream when we're not in the middle of it. But all right, so again, I have no idea on the validity of this footage. I saw a lot of it. Know a lot of it has been quote debunked. But yeah, it was. Yep. But here we go. Here's a couple. I don't believe there's sound with that. So you saw a lot of that. Now, some of that could be electrical lines contacting. There's a bunch of different things it could be, but it looks awful funny. And the next one looks even worse. Oh, we're just rolling through it. So these are, again, same thing. I have no validity about this. I know you do. It's okay.
That's crazy.
So the one thing that concerns me is there is certainly a beam there. And it seems to be following the beam. Now the beam could be coming off the fire, could be coming off the transformer that's blowing. Oh yeah. And I know that they are. But there seems to be something additional to it. Maybe there's not. I don't know. That's why I said you guys decide. I'm just bringing it to y'all. That's kind of what it seems like. I got my nail experiment to work, you ass. I would happily lick one. So that's your, I mean, it's a beam of fuck you juice. Yep. Yeah. And the way that the people reacted there, I mean, it could have been just the reaction to high voltage, but or the high voltage arc, but I don't know. That beam is a reflection of the camera lens. Could be. Yeah, be your own judge. It's not my area of study. I don't know shit about it. But yeah, it just looks odd. No, that's our super secret dates. That was a high voltage condenser, you dick. It would, wouldn't it? All right. There's been also an interesting response from media personnel. I've been told there's a 12-mile media-free zone around Lahaina, Maui, where the wildfires struck. What the hell's going on? I'm flying in tomorrow. Blah, blah, blah. So I've heard that from several that there's kind of a media blackout zone. So, and then not that I've been able to find a whole hell of a lot on it, but there seems to be an interest from people like Bezos and BlackRock and Oprah and all the others that say that there's quite a concern that there's ridiculous amounts of surrounding areas that are being bought up or want to be developed or want to be changed from the original. So, Bobby, you're such a silly kid. I heard that too, and there's a no-go zone for anyone not a federal employee. Yeah, and I'm sure. And yeah. If you have nothing to hide, why is it not open to everybody? And I understand that you can't have a million people going there, but a couple people that are media or people going to get their belongings or something shouldn't be that overwhelming. If Blackman purchases land, then Hawaii government is going to buy it. Yeah, probably. And then develop the hell out of it or give it to BlackRock or... Yeah, it's so that's what I have on the Hawaii fires. I think there's a lot to ask questions about. I think there's a lot of funny surrounding it. There's a lot of things that we can ask questions for. Oh, BlackRock wants that. BlackRock wanted the houses, and now the houses are gone. So now they would, I'm sure they would like the land. But, yeah, Gates. Oprah was there Wednesday trying to get access to the shelters. Maybe forbidden. Yeah, exactly, Jacob. That's a nice little island. Shame if something happened to it. So, yeah, AP. And you have things like that. Oprah's Maui home was completely spared, not a blade of grass out of place. So, yep. So, it's like anything else. Do your own research. I'm not telling you what to believe. I just present what I find. If you want to know what I think that there is certainly something that's going on. And I think the people in power will do everything in their power to take advantage of the situation. That's all I know for certain, is that somebody will get screwed and somebody will be taking advantage of them. So, yeah, it seems that the elites and the powerful people are going to extreme lengths to really take it to the plebs. So, Epstein New Island. Yeah, Epstein Island doesn't have the same ring to it, so. Well, I'm trying not to inject a hell of a lot of my beliefs on it so I don't sway people, Sean, but yeah, I think that a government entity probably had something to do with it, and whether it be a line overload, which is really easy, or it's some kind of directed energy weapon, or maybe it's just an old-fashioned match and watch it go up. There's something. Sway you? Why would I suppress my own speech? Because I don't like to. The simple answer is, Sean, I don't like to make extensive comments on something that I don't know enough about to make those comments. Pollen fires after their high wind down. It could have been. Ghost Free Anonymous. What's up? Self-censorship. And it isn't a self-censorship thing. It's that I truly and honestly don't know enough about it. Like, that's also strange, Dazzer. That they had an increase in rainfall from average. So, so yeah, I'm not ready to go out on a limb yet because I don't have all the information. I would love to be able to, and on many things I do. Just this one, I'm not entirely sure on. If I had to guess, I would say that it was probably a Chinese attack that people are going to clean up on, and I think our government with Pedo in chief is compromised enough so that he maybe let it happen. Exactly, Bri, and that's exactly it. And we'll never know. And I can speculate all I want, but we'll never know. So, if I had to guess, I I think it would have something to do with the Chinese, and our government did little to nothing to stop them. And we'll see. We'll see where it goes, where the purchases are, where the land deals go, all that sort of thing. But I think it's just too early to tell on this one, and I'm not comfortable wading into the what if water. Cartel is your new theory. Locals have been live streaming their experiences. Yeah, I saw a lot of different things. So, yeah. We'll find out in 6-8 months and nothing happens. No, I mean I'll keep an eye on it, and if I'm able to supplement in some way, then I would love to. But I'm just not. I'm not there yet. So, so yeah, but certainly if you have any ideas or, you're welcome to throw them at me. So I listen to most of it. May not respond, as everybody knows already, but I certainly listen to them. So, so yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. But I want to thank everybody for stopping by on this lovely Tuesday afternoon. I am going to try like hell to take tomorrow off. I have some stuff that needs to get done, and I would really like to. When I say that, the world goes to hell, and I have to. But my attempt will be to take tomorrow off. I'm going to be back on Thursday with news and views. Friday with my buddy Brian. Saturday, Sea of Thieves, Monkey Island. And then Sunday, we'll get back into Chomo review. So. Okay. I'll meet you over in Discord. But all right, y'all. I will talk to you guys soon. Thank you very much, Brian S., for the outro there. Good night, everybody.